Hey, what's up YouTube? Brandon here with Dadventure. On today's episode, we're gonna take a deep dive into some one-pot beef stroganoff. It's gonna be super easy, you're gonna love it, I promise you that. Let's get started. Alright, so we're gonna take our favorite mushrooms here. Get a nice rough cut there. And then we'll do our onion. Cut the end off. I'm gonna get a nice dice. Like cutting lines in the onion. And then you're just gonna cut into the onion ever so nicely. Don't cut your fingers. Super nice, super thick dice. So for our pan, we're just gonna turn it on to roughly about medium. And we're gonna do everybody's favorite butter. Roughly about 2 tablespoons goes in there. And this is gonna be enough butter in the pan to cook not only the vegetables, but also brown up our meat as well. So we're gonna do all that together. All right, so I said this is gonna be one pot. It's gonna be one pot. Everything goes in. To get everything in there, give it a nice stir. Get it all coated in that butter. Butter is your friend. Just look at that. The smell is amazing. Just stir this up just until it browns. Just like all those flavors, all those aromas just come on out. Come on out and play. Now for those of you actually following along, that was about half of a medium onion and then roughly about 12 ounces of mushrooms. How do you really know? You don't. Just eyeball it, give it a good guess. It's roughly about just over a cup of mushrooms. Throw them on in. I like to season at every level, so this will get its own salt, and this will get its own pepper. It'll just enhance the flavor of everything that's in the pot right now. Because next up's the beef. All right, and our beef is gonna go in. Maybe, there it goes. Make sure you wash your hands afterwards. And we want to make sure we get that all nice and chopped up because it's ground. So it wouldn't make much sense to have a big mound of ground meat inside your stroganoff. All right, now after about 10 minutes of cooking, let me show you what it looks like. All right, and there is what it looks like, simmering away in there. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna thicken this up, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. So to this, we're gonna add 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of flour. Stir that in. And what the flour is going to do is it's going to thicken this up and make this nice, beautiful, kind of clumpy mix. But anytime you add flour to something, you can't just move on. You have to actually cook the flour out. Otherwise, it's going to have a weird taste. So this is actually going to brown your mixture here as well. And it's going to leave some stuff on the bottom of the pan, which we're going to get up here in a second. And now at this point, we're almost ready to throw noodles in. Look at that. It just all came together. Real nice. Alright, so we're going to scoop everything in. First thing I'm going to add to this, I'm going to add some beef stock. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit first. Stir it in so that we can get those nice, good brown bits off the bottom. And that's what this is going to do here. You're just basically, what this is called deglazing the pan. And you could do this with anything. You could do this with wine, you could do it with whiskey, whatever you have on hand. Red wine works really well with beef. So now I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to add this whole thing in. This is equaling 4 cups, so it's 1 box of stock. You may have noticed that the pan's gone dead in terms of sound. It's not going to make any sound anymore because we just added cold liquid to something hot, so it's going to take a little while for it to get back up to that boiling phase. But while it's doing that, we're going to also add in a little Worcestershire sauce. I like to add in just a little bit of Dijon mustard. Dijon gives it a nice, rich, deep flavor to it. It's something completely different you would never think would be in a stroganoff. This is coming up to temperature. We're going to add in our salt. We're going to pepper this bad boy. Guys, this is something that is super simple. Like I said, you guys can do this in roughly about 30 minutes. Now while this is coming up to a boil, I like to get it to a boil before I add my noodles, which are egg noodles. We're gonna add those here in a second. I just wanna get this up to temperature. We're gonna put the noodles in, and then we are gonna put the lid on the pot. Once we get this thing boiling, I'm gonna throw the egg noodles in. We're gonna cover it. We're gonna lower the temperature down to about a simmer so it doesn't cook off all that liquid too quickly. And then what we're gonna do is in about 9, maybe 10 minutes roughly, we're gonna come back. Everything's gonna be gone in terms of the liquid. It's all gonna be soaked into the noodles. The noodles are gonna be super tender. They're gonna cook without you having to do anything to it. And then we're gonna send it off into the bowl, but first, you got a finishing touch, so make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, we got bubbles. Let's go ahead with our noodles. We're gonna give these a good stir in here. All right. Lid goes on. See you guys in about 10 minutes. And there we have beef stroganoff. Now it still has a little bit of liquid in it, so I'm probably gonna let mine sit here for another minute or two, and then we'll throw the secret ingredient in. All right, mine's ready to go. It's all done, except for sour cream. Secret ingredient. You're gonna put about a half a cup in. Does anybody really know what a half a cup looks like? Most people don't. I just guess. And stir it right in. And that sour cream's just gonna melt in. It's gonna get nice and thick. And I'll scoop out a bowl for you guys so you can see what it looks like. Then we'll talk about where we're gonna go from here. All right guys, so there you have it. A super simple one pot stroganoff. Doesn't get any easier than this. You're not gonna have a whole lot to clean up when you're done. Look at how beautiful that looks. She likes a little dollop of sour cream on top, and I like to top it off with just a little bit of parsley just to give it some color. Super simple, tastes amazing. Everybody's gonna be super impressed. Hopefully you found something good with this video. Hopefully you found something you can use, and I hope you enjoy the recipe because I'm gonna put it in the link below. Now, if you haven't liked these videos yet, please make sure that you're doing that so that way I can make sure everything's appreciated and I can keep making videos every week. Also, if you haven't taken the time, please subscribe down below, hit that bell notification so that you get all the updates when we post videos every Wednesday morning. And if there's anything that you'd like to see, please shoot me a message, Facebook, Instagram, mention it in a comment. If there's a dish that you'd like to see me make, I'll make it super easy, super simple, and I guarantee you'll be able to do it at home. Until next time, this is Brandon with Dad Venture. Take care.